Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we are going to be making a mini size trouser pattern, and these are the measurements. These measurements are not standard. These are gotten from random measurements taken and reduced to a smaller size or smaller figures. So you draw a straight line and you mark your full length of the trouser pattern. Mine is 6 inches. You mark that across. Then you take your half hip measurement. The hip measurement for this is 16 centimeter, half of it is 8 centimeter. So you mark that too, so that the front pattern will fit within the block. So you are creating a block. So the next step is to mark your hip depth and your crotch length. The hip depth is 1.25 inches. I'll be using inches and centimeter for these measurements. So hip depth is 1.25 inches and the crotch length is 1.75 inches. Join the lines together. Can label the lines too. So to get the knee length, you divide the distance between the crotch length and the full length. So you get the midpoint and join the lines together. That will be your knee length. And just raise it up by 0.5, 0.5, 0.25 inches. That will be your knee length. So you have your full length. Now on the hip depth, mark quarter of your hip circumference. That's 16 centimeters divided by 4, that's 4. So I'm marking 4 centimeters on the hip depth and also on the waistline. So join the lines together. On the crotch length, mark your thigh, round thigh measurement. Round thigh measurement here is 10 centimeters divided by 2 is 5. Divided by 2 is 5. Now on that crotch length, the 5 centimeters that you have, you divide it by 2. Get the midpoint and mark that midpoint across the knee length and on the ankle and join the lines together. This is to create balance when you are taking the next measurement for your knee and your ankle. So join using an arc, join the hip depth and the crotch length measurements to get your crotch curve. Now on the knee, get the measurements by dividing 7 centimeters by 4. So you mark 1.75 at both sides. The round knee measurement is 7 centimeters, but you divide it by 4. So whatever you get, which is 1.75, mark it at both sides. The same thing you do on the ankle. The round ankle is 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters divided by 4 is 1.25 centimeters. So you mark 1.25 centimeters on both sides. Join the lines together. Also join the line from the knee to the crotch measurement. Using a curve, make this place a little bit slant and finish it with the ruler like so. Now on the waist measurement, I took 0.25 backwards inside on the center front and I joined the lines back to the hip depth. Then from that mark, I took quarter of my waist measurement. Quarter of my waist measurement is 8.5 centimeters divided by 4, which is 2.125 or so. And I added 1 centimeter for the dart, and I added 0.5 that I took from the front, from the center front, and the rest, then I from that point I joined it back to the hip depth, and your front pattern is ready. So before tracing it out, I marked the dart measurement. This is not really necessary, but if you still need it, the dart measurement is that I used for this pattern. Remember, it's not a standard measurement, but I just use 1.25 for from the center front to the middle. Then down, marking down was also 1.25. Then I just added for the intake, it was just 0.3 or so, 0.25 and 0.3 centimeter, within that range, and I traced out. So having the front measurement, front pattern here, so I'm going to use this to draft the back measurement. So please pin this pattern down to your paper so that it will stay in place. So I'm raising the center back upward for ease by 1 centimeter, and I'm tracing that line, tracing that point, or marking that point, joining it back to the center, to the side seam of the back, like so. Please do pin this pattern on the block we are about to draft for the center back, for the back pattern, or trace it out if you want. So for more ease and allowance, I added 1 centimeter downwards in the center back, and also on the side seam, the inner seams, the side seams, I also added 1 centimeter. You don't have to make it big. This is just for style illustrations and to try out different designs if you want to practicalize some designs. So it's not necessary to make the back pattern extremely big. 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter is enough. So join the lines together. Trace out to another paper. Your front and back pattern is ready. You can use this to draft any design trouser of your choice. I hope you learned something new today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.